Today it's Thursday, September 25th, 2025, and this is the 997 engine block. Alright, currently, like I said on the previous part, the cylinder heads are at the machine shop to fix the guides, to change the guides, and I sent also the sleeves to make a groove for the firing. Alright, now what I was doing meanwhile, alright, the last 2 or 3 days, what day today? It's Thursday. I think the last 3 days, let's call it 2 days, alright, I'm preparing the engine block to be ahead. So when it comes here, the cylinder heads and the sleeves, to be ready at least from the block, alright. Now, what I have done, I get the old bolts, alright. I have also the old bolts here. This is for the connector rod, forget it. This is for the OEM connector rod, okay. And I mount it, I put them all together. I have washed the block. I don't remember how many times I washed the block, to be honest. 2-3 times at least. Yeah. Then I check the clearance for the crankshaft. The crankshaft is not being washed, it's not for final. I just wipe it, because now the next step, as soon as I finish from the block and I measure the studs, I measure the bolts, you know, and so on. As soon as I did that, I put back the correct ones. This is the one that has an O-ring here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to put it here actually to don't escape the oil, the oil pressure. So I dress it with the studs. For the oil pump, I think it's these two. If I remember right, it's over there, the oil pump. It's not now the time. I have put the main bearings in place in both halves. All right. This I put it together just to see. Oh, come on. With one way or the other, I have to remove it. Okay. Let's remove the pin. Or no, leave the pin here. Leave the pin here for now. All right, I remove the front seal. The parts and the boxes, I have it down there. I have also the old seal and the O-ring over there. Okay. Why I was doing that? Because when I torque it down, there is some distortion on the block. All right. So I don't know what effect you're gonna have if I don't put this piece from here. Again, I had some run out. It's not perfect, the main line. And I believe that's not perfect because I see something like 4,000 to 5,000 millimeter run out. Okay? Don't worry, this is the bell housing side. Fine. I'm not scratching something. One of the reasons that I have some run out on the main line, it should be because it's not being bolted down. And definitely when I'm gonna bolt down the studs for the cylinder heads and for the cylinders, it will gonna have some distortion, the block. The block, it's ALSI, all right? It's not cast iron, it's pliable. That's my point, it's soft. I measured it at 23 to 24 degrees Celsius. There is some run out, but I believe that as soon as you're gonna bolt everything down, it's gonna be nice. And that's what I believe. Based on the old crank main bearings, because I have also the old crank main bearings. I inspect them. And no need to be here, I have so many things here. So that's what I believe. Now you're gonna tell me, yeah, you're gonna have some distortion, but these bolts now, these studs, you're gonna be torqued down at 140 Newton meters, I think. More than the OEM. The OEM, I think it goes up to 130. I have to check the specs to see that, because it didn't came the time now for that. All right. So, where was I? I'm trying to finish from the block. All right, like I said, finish with the studs. I haven't put Loctite. I'm not putting Loctite. I have cleaned the threads, you know, and drive it in, and that's how it's gonna be. I'm not using Loctite on the studs. That's me. Then I have the O-rings. I have the 2 short bolts here that this goes to. This goes through here. Yeah, flip it now again. This goes down there, one here, through this half. Fine. I just get the quantity, height, the dimensions and so on. One thing, now that I saw it, that I have it in front of me, you see this nut? This nut, it's corresponding, the washer and the nut, what we have here and why I have the old one here, it's corresponding to this one here. All right. And you might ask now, Tassos, why you have the old nut here? It's very simple, because I didn't found in the kit. All right, I didn't found inside of the kit. Down it's empty. And nut, I have to check all of them actually, to be the same pitch and the same. I didn't find a washer, I didn't find a nut for this. This M10 by 1.5, if I remember right. That's what I remember. 1 second. Yes, it is. It's M10 by 1.5, and I didn't find any other nut. I found only this one, the old one with the washer, and that's what I'm gonna use. All right. So far, finished talking about the block, the two halves. All right. 1, 2. I have it here. I know I put the seals. I haven't put the pump yet. I don't want to open the oil pump yet. And even when I'm gonna torque down the oil pump here, it might have some distortion. You know, you're gonna pull a little bit from here, a little bit from there. That's why I'm saying that from one point, I'm saying that if I had the color bearings, see how it's gonna be the headache. I'm happy that I have a standard size main bearings. Why? Because if I had, like Volkswagen, Audi, like Mercedes, like BMW, if I had to deal with different color bearing, and let us say I'm gonna make the main line to be perfect straight, you know, to have plus minus 1,000 millimeter, as an example. What will gonna happen when we're gonna torque it down the cylinder heads, right? So, since this is what they're using, I'm happy. And keep in mind, they didn't have any catastrophic failure. They didn't machine the main line, they didn't machine the block. It doesn't have any heat mark by any means. Even the crankshaft, even the OEM main bearings. They have somewhere, but it's not, there was not any catastrophic failure. Finish now from the blocks, from the two halves from the block. Sorry, not blocks, block. All right, fine. Then, I said today, okay, let me check also the clearance for the connection of bearings to put down on the paper with the rest of the data. This is for my reference, so if later on they said to me something, boom, I have the paper. Same thing what happened with the BMW, that they said to me, you make tight piston ring gap. Nope, I didn't. And except of this, it doesn't have any problem, just saying. It's mechanical. You can see that anytime. You just have to open the engine again. Now, I didn't watch for final because I want to check the connection of bearings. Here I have the new connection of bearings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here it's missing one. All of them, all of the connection of bearings, they have the same lip. How do I know that? I measure it, obviously. It's the same. It's the same lip in all of them, the same lip, and from the same position, from one side. All right. When you come here to see the OEM, you have the lower bearing. Actually, that's what it is. All of them, they're lower. All these connection bearings are lower. There is none for upper. Okay. Let me place the lower on the lower position, just to show you what I mean. I mean, you see that it's engaging properly here, all right, on the groove for the lower. Fine. This is the OEM, and on an OEM connecting rod, all right. Now, if I get, forget this is the upper one. If I get one of these, any of those, and I place it where I'm placing it, I'm blind or what? And I place it down. Dang it, Tassos. All right, so I'm getting this, dang it, and I'm placing like that. You see? It's okay, it's fine. There, a little bit on the right. It's engagement, it has engagement inside. Now, we have the OEM, we have the aftermarket one. The upper one has two notches, one here, one here. But okay, you can use even with one notch, there is no problem, no worries. It goes this way. The video is mostly for the owner, by the way, all right? For the customer, for the owner. It's just to inform him. Okay, that's how this looks like the upper one. Now, Tassos, why you're bothering with the OEM connection rod as soon as you're gonna use these connection rods? You're 100% right. Let's get the aftermarket connection rod here to see what's gonna happen. Here, you see 1, 2, 3 notches. This is most probably to use different connection bearings, but definitely not this one. Now, let's place this connection bearing, the aftermarket one, that this one is supposed to come here at this point. All right, because you see the knots, it's wider. All right, it comes there. I don't want to push it inside with one hand. All right, but it comes there. Fine for the lower one. So we can use this connection bearing, the bearing cell for the lower. If we try to put it up, it doesn't come. It's very simple. You see the knots here, it's thin. You see, when I try to put it inside, it's not entering inside. It's not gonna enter inside. So what does mean that one? Either I have to file the bearing cell, or I have to, no, I'm not gonna file the connection knot, most probably the bearing cell. All right, you cannot put it. And the OEM, obviously, the OEM is gonna fit without any problem. Okay, the OEM, it fits inside as supposed to be. That's the upper. Now, if there was, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Sorry. Let's see what's happening now. Either I have to file the knots here, but somebody has to give me the permission to do that. I'm not doing these kind of things. It's supposed to be plug and play, all right? Or if there was another one knots wide like this one from this side, then it's gonna be drop in. Then you can take it and put it in place. Instead of being from this side, the wide one, to be from this side. And again, I'm gonna ask for permission about that. Even if the connection knot had the knots here, at this point, I'm gonna ask that, you know what, you sure that you want me to do it this way? Just to play safe, you know, because clearly there is an upper and a lower, and you see that the color is different, like the Mercedes, like the BMWs, like Volkswagen Audis. You see that the lower is different and the upper is different. All right? And we're reaching at this point. We're reaching at this point that I have to make a video, explain what's my problem with the connecting rods and how to proceed. If they say to me, you know what, Tassos, no worries, file a little bit on a six bearing cells, file a little bit the knots here to be able to insert inside. That's what I'm gonna do. I have said that 1,000,000 times. It's not my car, I'm not the owner, right? For me, I'm gonna like to have correct bearings, but as far as I know, you cannot find OEM bearings. That's what I know. This is the lower, this is the other one. Doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter. Goes back to the customer. This is my update for the. Why I'm forgetting all the time? This is. Let me see the number. Because, it's here the number. Here it's the number. M97/70S. Okay, M97/70. This is the engine number. I'm forgetting. I don't know why. M97 70.70 actually, but yeah, okay. My problem now is, it's not my problem to go to wash the crankshaft for final. It's mostly I want to get, like I said, the clearance for the connection bearings, stretch the bolts, and see that we are okay, that we are on the same page. All right. My problem is connection bearings. What should I do with that? Like I said, should I machine it? Should I file it? I'm not gonna machine it. I'm gonna file it. I'm gonna get a small file that I have, a square one. I'm gonna file it to be able to place it on the upper half. All right. Should we get a different connection bearings? Should I send back the connecting rods to make another one knots from this side? Because they can do that for us. They can put one knots from this side, like how it is the lower one, the same width, and you're gonna be able to place this without even touching it. That's what I need to know. All right. Always, when I have this kind of doubts, when I mean, if it was a build on budget or if it was any other engine, you know, you file a little bit the knots here, you send it. You just place there and you send it. It's not a Toyota, you know. That's why I pause it and then I'm asking, what do you want me to do? There are so many solutions. Just let me know what you want me to do. You know, that's it. That's what I have to say. For those who think that they're wasting their times by watching this video, I'm sorry. The videos I'm making for the owners, for the customers, mostly, than for everybody else. All right. And like I said, I prefer to spend 2-3 days getting measurements from everything. Make sure that everything is fine, it's correct, that I have the right parts here, that I can continue, move on, then regret it later on. Imagine, let us say, to close the two halves and then I place, let us say, one stud at the wrong position. And then what are you going to do? We're going to apply, let us say, sealant, and then you have to open it again. It's nonsense. Better spend a little bit more time, take a pen and paper, write it all down, see where you are, what needs to be done, and then make the next move. All right, okay. I don't need these studs, the bolts anymore. I don't need, this can go back to the customer, this for the block. All right, these are the bearings, these are the old seals, these are not the new seals, obviously. It looks in good condition. This is a part of the sleeve. Don't ask me why it's like that. I didn't show any catastrophic failure to begin with on the engine. Yeah, all right. Crankshaft here, all right. That's it. Here you see the studs and all these things that it's been thrown like that. It's not. Actually, the nuts are here, the washers are here, the small bolts are here, nuts are here. You know, it's in order. It's in my order. Don't think that I just throw it there in. It's not like that. For me, it makes sense. For somebody else, maybe not. That's it for now. I'm waiting an answer. What should I do with the connection bearings to be able to move on? My plan is, before I arrive here, the sleeves and the cylinder heads, to be able to finish from the block, to be able to put crankshaft, the intermediate gear here, this gear I'm talking about, to put also the oil pump inside, close the two halves, torque everything down, you have the connectors there waiting, and you're waiting for the sleeves. I'm waiting for the sleeves and the cylinder heads. All right. Now, since I cannot move on until I get an answer from here, I'm going to continue with the valves because I haven't touched the valves yet. I said, you know, let me finish the block and then I'm going to continue with the valves. Now it's a good chance to continue with the valves. Right? Let's move on with the valves until we get an answer for the connection of bearings. I'm repeating again and again and again to explain, to make sure that that's my problem here. These knots here. All right, fine. This one. Thank you very much. Over and out. See you on the next part. Dang it. Damn. 18 minutes. Oh boy. It's gonna be even long for the owner. You can just say, Tassos, say on a message that, you know what, we reached at 18 minutes. So if it goes 19 or 20, it doesn't change anything. You can say to the owner that, you know what, you see the lip? You see the lip here? It's not matching. What do you want me to do? And finish the story. 30 seconds. But no, you decided to make a video on YouTube. Yay, lovely. Okay, at least I give a little bit update for the blog and where am I till now. All right. Obviously, these four bolts here has an O-ring like this. Not this doesn't have yet. Has an O-ring like this from the other side. That means it's ready. I'm just saying, And then I have to put also the O-ring from the other side. But that's not the time. That's what's the time. Now that's the end. Thank you very much. Over and out.